Hey YouTube, it's Sandra. I'm back again with another YouTube video today. So I just got done with week 1 of body mechanics, and whew, what a week. That's all I gotta say. So the week just passed by. This week all we did was have 2 poses to do, we were sketch them in motion, post our progress reel, and what else was it? And yeah, post our progress reel, do and then do the sketches of the poses 10 as usual, just like I did in basics, and then also do the same thing and then do motion. So 2 poses with silhouettes. Gotta say, never underestimate the dailies. I thought that I'll be honest, I'll share you all the stories. So this week I thought that okay, it's just 2 poses, just very simple, but no, poses are not simple. That's the first thing I've realized. Even in basics, I thought, okay, so this week I'm just gonna do a pose, or like the 2 poses. I'm like, I don't need the dailies this week. I'm like, don't eat them. It's relatively simple assignment. I mean, I did struggle trying to figure out the hips for Stella, which is a new rig we're working on. And I did struggle with trying to rotate the hips and whatnot. I got that feedback from my classmates and some friends. But at the same time, I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna skip out the dailies. But I decided, you know what? I'm not gonna skip out on the dailies. And I did attend one. And I gotta say, there's some really good thorough feedback, especially with exaggeration. So anyone who thinks of skipping the days, no matter how big or small, whether it's you're doing a bouncing ball or you're doing a full-on advanced acting shot or polishing your portfolio, whatever advanced or beginner stuff it is, always go to the fucking dailies. That is very, very, very important. I cannot stress that enough. And I'm really glad I attended it. So what I learned at the dailies this week was okay, so how to find the line of action. So when I did 2 poses. The first one was a karate kick, and then I did a swim start, right? So for the kick start, like I said, that the hips were really not sure how they were supposed to be alternated or how, so because I don't want to break the rigs, but I definitely felt after going to the dailies, they helped me out with positioning the rig, positioning the leg, the right leg. Studying the video reference, looking at, different angles as well, seeing like, okay, from the back view, the side view. I was kind of hesitant on looking at different angles too, but I realized that is also very important because, gotta say, that, important, basically important, because otherwise it may look fine in the front, but then something still feels off. So how do you pose it well? But yeah. So I did that, and then they gave me feedback like how I can push it. So when we were doing silhouettes this week, I had the right hand in the back. That's how the pose was. So I was copying the pose to pose by just making it verbatim, right? Just making it exactly the same. But I realized in animation you don't have to do that. Or I know that you can also exaggerate, change the angle a little bit, but still keep it relatively the same pose, which is what I struggled with in my previous class in basics. Yeah, so we have that, followed by hold on, I'm trying to think here. Yeah, so we have that, we have the basic, losing my train of thought here, but yeah, I was talking about like how in the silhouettes, the arm was missing, right? And that's a big thing, right? You don't want to have an arm or anything to make the silhouette clear. And clear silhouette is like how to separate the arms, the hair, the posing, because silhouettes are very distinct styles for characters. Same goes for for my swim start. It didn't look like a swim start. She felt like she was falling, which technically she's falling into the pool. So I kept that there because then if I went in to do maybe like a swim start this way, or like going up, or maybe trying to like keep it down, maybe I would have to completely reposition the pose. And I realized that I didn't have enough time because this was getting towards the end of the week, and with work and everything, and I'm working like Sunday mornings and everything, that also gets in the way. But I did realize, so I kept it the same, but I also did exaggerate, so like getting the shoulders up maybe, or how to figure all that out. So I had some really good feedback in the dailies, and so like getting feedback and still trying to figure out, okay, make sure my poses aren't stiff, playing around with trying to draw the different poses from different angles or different ways of how to push them. which is what I'm continuing to do, trying to learn and continue learning the process with that. And I'd say I definitely have unstiffened my poses, and I look forward to definitely unstiffen them. I'm still waiting my mentor's feedback. I hope I did well with this, and just learning new things as far as overall as body mechanics. We're going to be moving into a full body walk, and yeah, that is not gonna be easy. I know that for a fact. I tried a full body walk way back when I first started. Was just like, you know what? Let's learn animation. I want to become an animator earlier this year. Like, I wanted to be one, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to be an animator or position the pipeline. But that's a whole nother story. But when I starting to teach myself at first, no, it did not look good at all. That's all I'm gonna say. So I still have a long way to go. So stay tuned for the full body walk on my Facebook, Instagram, and just in general. And then obviously for people who are at AM, obviously shout out to them, and they will be able to look at that. So the first previews and the blocking. And all right, I'll see you guys next week.